Ebusa for sama munyina jo eba UTV anyumre no siampa mu kase boy de ebrem sura ka se DSTV channel 360 on sabekan o sanso and akọ Facebook so a sabekan ho ewo UTV Ghana sanso and YouTube so ye ho abehwe ensemi bi na this way chocolate drink si de ohia ne nsuo hye nsuo ne to yuma enyu pebinom na emwa o ade asan na wakodu fia onye bia eboa wa ma omu ayidu sanso da kokoro no so boa na asaw yare nsuo so de na a special mineral water nsuo papa wonoma ebo sanso da special drinks no so e hodema na U2 idated salt no so nchine papa odo nu aduane mo aduane aye dedede na eno ene yatena sere de ensemi ebremu ene anyume ya yatena sere de ensembremu no de di mu akote no ebi ene se
akwani akwantin ponso afọ de atu dwa se contractor wo de ma contractor for so monye kwan no yesan abekenya mu bi
amampani ere ato Japan man anim chese omukuo ni adwumakuo ahwe adwadie ani nyumakuo ewo abontin so no omra na Ghana so sabedie eba nyumakuo akese de nsa ahye bi ase
MTTD ede kokobo ma Ghana ahyenkafo se wo kaka na enipa onam kwan ho ne ho hia entiaye ayenhwe ne mo no so ho ban
so afọ hwe akwantempo so chese contractor football omhwe omhu yi pa esase de adwuma no wa mawo na wanya ebra bidu a ebeje de afirunsa
ensamno ebi eka ho a enu ye adwadie enamano ne ade ne yatena se a ye de ebesom don hwere ba ko entem bidi ade akua Agyeiwaa Kodie mene
Anim Addo afi yeruan semnu na ye hwe ensema edimu akote yedika na ye call mampani aso ye na hwe ensema ene auditor Japan External Trade Organization jetru auditor bonu ebra mbesa no hwe no mampani echese omai Ghana eba nyumakuo akese meka industries na Ghana EDBS na niso a oye bi pa enti se Japan fo nso aba omo no fom ntoma mebo omai Ghana dia no se ne be ya eba enyuma akese a Ghana so ebetumi akore no ebra oni Japan efa eho enyenko.
It is with great pleasure and honor that I declare the Ghana Jetro office duly open.
Omampanyi nana adodanko Akufo-Addo ekasa ewo official opening no ase no eno de tu dwase Japan External Trade Organization for womo atena ya sesia yi womo ayedwumadie abu anu yi eyade a eba beboa pa na sa office ewo Kimpiski Grand Hotel na wei no atumi akoba ne sa enam kitahudie mapa ewo oman Japan ene Ghana entam na kitahudie ene ayonkofa ewo Ghana ne Japan entam de enye nnekra achekra ntimfasodie bebre atumi afrimu aba enti sabre ya sa office ya ba bepiem wo man Ghana mu adie na kyese ya tumu enkyene pa na owogidie mapase Ministry of Trade and Industry ene jetru adwumakuo yi wo mbeka bom aboa amampuntuo kese ani nnwuma pi aba o man Ghana mu ama emabuna hodo wo man Ghana mu no so no wo mu anyamu chefa na nsem sei eno mampanyi ede tudwa.
Nearly 3 years on, the results of this visit to Japan are evident. Toyota Tsusho, one of the companies I engaged with on that visit, has established an assembly plant in Ghana, which I have commissioned. And today, I'm happy to join you at this formal ceremony to open the head office of Jetro in Ghana. I'm convinced that working closely with the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Jetro will fully align its development cooperation to assist the Ministry of Trade and Industry to implement Ghana's comprehensive industrial transformation program. Industrialization is a matter of utmost priority and urgency for this government, especially in addressing the challenge of job creation for our youthful population and in exploiting fully the opportunities available for made in Ghana products in export markets. We in Ghana look forward to more substantial investments by Japanese companies into our manufacturing sector for Ghana to realize its full potential as a regional manufacturing hub for Africa.
akwani akwantin ponso afọ yon munyafo akosi amwako ata na okomra hyebedwam ekokasa na kasa yemo no wo kire mu se efri afie besimu ye mfie mpimienu ane aduonu mienu no aban aye no se akwan ahodo edi ama contractor fo ne besan akenya mu biem ne ape contractor fo betimi aye adwuma no maye ne ye ne ye de ama won na contractor ne ye di adwuma bema wa wontimi anye ama faso mfiri so ama no ye beji efri wonsam wo kire ma no wo se ekwan dada ne ye di ama contractor fo no ohamu nchemu be ye aduowatwe 80 90% de omo antimi anya nwie ubi so omo se aban entua ye ka na so bo ma omo boa na won so ye de adwuma be ma wa wonye na wonye ne ye ne be je afri wonsem asan ade ama nipa hofro.
In Ghana, in our country, everybody wants to be a contractor. And I can tell you, about almost 80% of those desirous to be contractors do not have capacity. That is the basic problem. But because everybody has the right under the laws of this country to choose to be in construction if he or she so desires, we couldn't prevent people. And people were claiming to have classifications that were not properly examined. And members of this August House know what I'm talking about, and we are the sufferers. There are so many contractors in our constituencies. Jobs have been awarded, but contractors are not executing them under the guise of non-payment, and a lot of them have not even worked to the standard that is required even to be paid, as much as there are some outstanding payments, I must admit. So currently, Mr. Speaker, I am giving and laying this foundation because I want honorable members to know and to support me as one of your own. Currently in my ministry, an exercise of reclassification is going on, and we want to make sure that people are properly reclassified and that they have capacity. And I'm assuring all of you, from January 2022, my ministry will award contracts to potential contractors who have capacity. And I will not want any of my colleagues to suffer, because I'm also an MP, and I know what we go through if contracts stop in our constituencies. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I agree with my friend, and that this contractor is showing lack of capacity on this job, and we are trying to deal with that matter.
Yara so ewo akwan ho ensem so ne no na honorable Kwesi Akua tansem ka jese wadwuma nso ani obeje adwuma na firi nsem no okoka baako ewro ma hyebedwam ebra honorable Adamu Ramadan eka ekobisa se kwan a efijan ayo ekwa abedwane eye dual carriage wo adenta no sa kwan no contractor na transfer ohun de ekoso sen na sa ensem no hote na honorable Kwesi Akua tayi ano kyerese sa adwuma na wono wodani akwa akohwe na contractor wo kwan no so man kosi afi we wiye so wankọ kwan no so ankwanko ye adwuma na ombeboabo om ho no mape contractor fufuro no de adwuma no ahye nensa.
Construct the bridge connecting Obojo and Swaha Adma Basic School area since the rainy season is imminent and school children use that stretch a lot. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, Adenta is the capital of the Adenta municipality in the Greater Accra region. Currently, Mr. Speaker, the Department of Urban Roads is undertaking engineering design studies to determine an appropriate hydraulic structure for the location that will allow connection from Saha ADMA school to Obodo. The department is also packaging the construction of a double cell 4x4 meter reinforced concrete port culvert in collaboration with the Adenta Municipal Roads Department to connect the communities on the Abubakar Siddiq Road to the Obodo Road. The execution of the program will be considered under the 2022 annual budget. So I think the good news for you is that, the Speaker, my ministry has taken it up and is going to be part of the 2022 program, which starts from 2 months from now. So we will check the status of it and then try to realign it with what we want to do. Because at the end of the day, the interest of the people is to get the bridge fixed. So I think after this, I will check and consult you to know, and then we try to work from there. Thank you.
Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, Trinity Friend is a leap, Aban Edibaye, say a debabua one no muni be na moma sitting muno ako any munkakra. Into a swap for wash a chire, a war as we share a ma and koda, any a month for ye dear so. On Munyan for Cecilia, Abradapa, Akau, Gat North, Messinim, Aqua said dear Jumedia no AC echo a boa adishie. Now what your man was say, a buy baby shimukinana manko for the drono, and yamwa a dear free leap mo.
Oswafo hwe chire ewo asoye a ehwe enkwada ema ene nipa yedie so honorable Cecilia Abna Dapa na okonsra efrensem hwefo nhyemude ewo Gan North Assembly na eno ena nkasa yemu no de ba betu dwase leap ya eno no aban flagship social protection program wode eboa emubrofo ni titiri wo mu a ohiambrubro akekere wo mu ewo mpotamu no wode ema wo mu eso wo masene se de be ya wo mu betimi ahenhan wo mu na we no beboa pa amane ma hodo bi a ensene mfata peja pa ewo mantamu ani nyina enam ohia so ne de ba no ano atumi abrase na honorable edi nchirichirimu esan ka ho se sika no ayede ema wo mu beneficiaries no enyade a yebetumi ahye wo kenten se Agyeiwaa we potenko na fakoye na ni nyina ne se wo mu ehwe abo mu aso masene se de be ya wo mu sabetumi akoma no na obi pese otumi di bi ye adwuma so a eno so ebeboa pa na ofa akonya no so eda leap secretariat fo no asese sesia no wo mu so eko digital sesia no ilipo no umutia efa switch so ya ni nyina no ebetumi aboa pa na wo hwe aban ani swadi hunu sesia no okọ digitization mu no eba beboa ama aban ani swadi hunu no awie peye
communities menu ene aka bom ene ne field monitoring na ye na de bepue ha ama saman ha enti ehu se omo de ahokeka omo ahyehye omo ho kama ma obia na de me fe ne digitalization some amohu abefo kwan a mampanyin abedi akire Dr. Baumia Vice President kan ho asem no okwa wodo nsai de di kan na de ato machine so e redo nsa ne wi a na ma verification note na akwa ju sika esika no so no pa obeyi ne nyina opeso so a obeja bi wo e na ye hu se omoni age ho pa mu te interview se course yi bo ha se no ana ode ahwe ne nananom eno ana mu dididi eno ana ode atre na adwumam and this is what the leap is all about.
Head of Communication Emma Leap Secretariat Carlson Akambisim na ono so fa akonya isu edin semse etutwa.
Sometimes when you look at their faces, you see that there's joy on their faces because this is a social protection program. And somebody will ask, why is the amount like that? We don't want it to be like a wage. It's something that will just give them stability for them to regain their consciousness back to society. So that's largely what we do. And the program is largely sponsored by government that with support from some development partners like the World Bank, Foreign Commonwealth Office, now used to be called DFID, and then UNICEF. Some of them are partnering with civil society too, are very active in our process. And if you look at the program has grown from 2008 till date in terms of innovations. We used to pay manual, we are now paying electronic.
Timamufu a woman so enya sa leap EBA edin semse eto UTV kase Anim.
Ti leap no meji a mede adwuma kakra anaja nyeska mede hwe mo fa ne me ankasa me ho de unko school ne aduane on bedi nso omo eno so leap no eboa o enti leap no de aboa e pa ne mo fa aboa e na edanyame ase yeda nana kufu ado nso ase ne na aboafo nyina edon ase
me no ewa mi an kuma si amoni no ewa mi danye sipi mi da mo fe mo si aka no ni ba ehiwa taje ndo nko lebo mi majima ha wo ni ba jo ni fe
abusafo ye kwa homa so na ayeho semputu priate ye ne yenua microcrofi enkasa na yemisane yate se obi edi ewu bi ewo adesu akrofi wotimenka ewudie ben na ba na enamde ben so
well wudi a akoso wo adesu ewo upper west achebu district ni mu ewa pie mantem ha nya ne sa branch bia wanya mfrishia edunu enkuno 29 years your friend is that so too maybe a no community assistant police for no yebi ono na ne yonku bi edesekan awo no na ne yonku no desekan ewo no wanya mfrishia edunu ewotwe 28 years your friend Richard Queen na sem no esi wo adeso Presbyterian SHS Park so wabra set your friend no set Zutono or this football ebon yonko your friend Richard Queen say said me mpre bi on na wo baako Richard Queen no na nit mechi eno na nam so ma set kotwe sekan e de bae na Richard no ekoso mu say or just kan definitem nti ka Richard no ne nsa yam e ma ne nsa yam ekomu yie pa ma moja pram no Richard ne so entumi anso na komam e no just kan free set nsema said the Kudonto or the war Basabasa, Mino Cassane, a pussy for a copy. I have some you see, you know. Now, a set Zutoi or da Bojashumu, Obdinoko, Addo Health Center, would do hold no church who said Ayana Media, and my son Nabara who sent me pa said, Nukuma said in the action. Now, smoke a kind of better a year Richard Queen, so say. With the name on an hour back, it's in Tonton who feel Mekoya Quatacasa Manto, it's your terminal. Second, Kupim, Emma, a set in the second of Cochabayano, Richard Agyeiwaa. Yes, I am.
Agovi. Not just say, I have 4 bit here we are. Your country second only Agyeiwaa no Emma Sabri Washington and Queen.
Sape Pepe and I'm Semletier. Now, yet, some, Yane, a police sanction or what at their son. Superintendent, Bafo Ewa, extra home said. Richard Queen no this can warn the young kono na me adom omonsa asonimu a o makache omtotona no na enimani he nhwema so moye na bebia so mutimi kugina no omotimi na kugina na branch no so a ofuru meche set no zoto no omde ne mu na akopiem nsawom abaya sabia bebia omukra emu ahwehwemu ekoso de dende ewo sa repo sama esi wo adeso ni mpotem ho no
akrofu we de yede besia na de beto aso bia na kire etia yebema waboyemu amane ebusuafo we ye ewudu sema akoso ewo adesu na yenua microcoffee aboyemu nkomo nkumtwe abema ba akokotwe sekan na onumum wakwa akohwe ne nkwa ye to asem no so ana ye ko omampani abedi achi asoye na kasamafo ede omampani abedi achi eye Dr. Gideon Boakon no de nsem bia todwa se digitalization na abana ye ka ho asem no enya ade a eye kwa bi edi nyuma bebe o my Ghana mu pa nti o my Ghana ma ensom o se o mampani de betu dwei nipa bibiri a kire o madwen na mmenya adwen kire keke kwa wa wate ne som na fa ya adwuma na bebo.
Someone even said, yeah, per Juma was a digitization. To wait, we need jobs, and you're talking about digitization. But I dare say that digitization is making it possible for many jobs to be created in both the public and the private sectors. The concept of digital technologies has come with what we could be seen as a virtual means of trade, put differently as e-commerce. Think of that young university student or graduate who does not have the required startup capital to rent physical space or shop to ply her trade. She is able to skip this hurdle and trade using the social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and so on. Her shop is her dormitory, hostel, car booth, or bedroom. She is able to advertise her products, get orders, and receive payments through the mobile money payment interoperability with no hassle. She has a job now and hires a delivery man to deliver the goods to the buyer, thereby creating job for the delivery man also. The volumes of trade taking place via the technologically driven medium and the number of people employed in this space could be mind-blowing. There are many people today who have turned their home kitchens into restaurants, yet no one visits them physically to eat. They advertise using digital technology, receive orders using digital technology, receive payments using digital technology, and move their incomes to bank accounts using digital technology. This is how digitization is creating jobs.
Enche na omaisa na hinowura kenofori ata ekomra shibedwam na wodi mfie mpimienu ene aduonu sike de bebo omane ho bra eye budget no atodwa wei enaku ahodoa enhye abanyase ene omayen sentrofo nhyiemu ede eniema bi akwabomu ede ema abane se wonyina so na wonfa enhye ne sika system totoyemu nemwa ma omanu ntumpoiko no eye du baako 11
2022 budget statement no enche aban e de ba betudwa eno enam so ema enkuonkuo ene asoya hodo no wo mo ehwe nimu se budget no wo mbekenkan no ebetumi aboa amagana fo nyina ho ahehan wo mo eno ne nam so ama civil society organization wo akwakoye budget forum bi nam so ama ACEP GACC iWatch Africa Education Watch for ene ekuo ensun bi aka no wo nyina akwakopie mu ewase e de wo contributions aba aban enhwe enfanhyehyɛ mmea hodo bitimi aboa ewo 2022 national budget statement no a yebekenkan no emu na asoye hodo a wo mu edi hu komo no bie no na ebi efa apomuden ho ebi efa adesua ho ebi efa sikakoko tuo ho energy ena fiscal policies ahodo a o man Ghana mu no yehwɛ sɛ bitimi aboa no eno so no wo mu eka ho asɛm sɛ aban enhwe na ontoto ne mayi na 2022 national budget statement no enko yie ewo ho emfama wo mu.
We need to be more creative. We need to look for more sustainable way of taxing our people. Indirect taxes that we are imposing are not the solution. Obviously, it's desperate situation. So we perfectly understand that government at desperate times will take desperate measures. But then we want a more sustainable way of raising revenue. And that is by going by some creative measures, for which property taxation to me is one of them. We need to have a robust, well-structured property taxation system where we are able to identify property owners easily, where we are able to send out invoices automatically, where property owners are able to assess on their own online account how much is their property tax, be able to pay electronically and get receipt generated electronically. It's the time when people will start trusting the system. And these are what we believe that government should start looking at.
Ora Kofi Asare, Executive Director Emma Africa Education Watch, no fa kwanya wesu edin semsi etudwa.
Afiwe ye pese omo ye hwehwe mu fa wasi resource no dikiye no. Esi afiye hwe mu hwe nsi. Afiwe de o se bisi. Ya ka tro mo se ye ntumi ntraso hwe mani pe bia ye tu omo ka wa ye so mo ye adwuma. Omo adwuma no ebi ni se ye be hwe se questions ye be set no enliki. Na questions be liki no ma na ntesa na hwe bia. You didn't want ye. It sounds like political authority crampo no say minister to me can't say no can yet me man the pressure man resign. To why economy no. Emiraso say holding the power accountable directly. The questions into me leaky natural India obi leaky chemistry question. If I be 40 in a resign here. India. Zimbabwe education minister neba leaky questions. Or resign that day na me can say education minister resign I make say neba leaky ya no or take responsibility. Why for leaky questions? Our system in questions na leaky no about out it be 5 days to the time na question no out. Biology 3 is that kind of 5 days to the paper. Elective maths is that kind na at the crown sign na midnight before midnight is that kind. So that time ni na no and your school for na questions one more na why for her.
Baby adu ye twa ho ne agenkrato ye ba ye beto akase bono so. Musafo wa munyina kwaba eba kasebo no so yetwa ho aba yento ansem no so emfama mu yetwa so na yekọ West Africa Examination Council na o ma yense trofo nhiem na o ma sebe ne se adwumako bi edin ade Edu Watch na ni na ne se o mo de nsem bi to o mo giri se nsem na nye de se nkrata bi apie eye wasi 2021 de o mo koye no nkrata ne bi pie na mo chese sanse o mo kan de enya ade a eye no kra
West African Examination Council for Agyeiwaa for ena omu friends and trofo nhyiamudie bi nam so ma head of public affairs Emma Wayek Agnes Tei Kujo adinchichirimu eba yese report bi a Edu Watch for ede aba monten a omu kyeremu se exams no a omu eye na ye 2021 wasi no examination leakage bi eba ya na se apoba monten ya enbinum so kra more practices ahodo no ani nyina ekoso ewo examination centers no omu de ho report aba monten no sansem no nyina no enya dia no kure ewo mu a kyese NCC so na wayekfo ekiremu a Edu Watchfo no wo mu asite enema hodo bi a CCCC ye ewo examination centers ho no e de bratrese se eno ne nam so ema mo ka se leakages ebaye na saa nema no wo ka ni nyina na wayekfo wo mu esomu ehwe akire esiesie saa nema no nyina enu ti Edu Watch no eba be ka se saa nema we ni nyina nam so nti no wo mu esusu se leakage anase apopie anase examination more practices no ekosora na wo mu ne wo nya adwere no kure bia enim efise wo mu nsem no enhyada ensisi so saa na wayekfo no enema hodo bi atiti se no eye allegation no eyade a emmoa wo mo adwuma no a wo mo eye no wo yesa na ugu adwuma no ho fin enu nti wo mo srada woni nyina so papa bia ewa asem ho a emfa report bia emma monten enkyere emma nkonko wiase ne enkonko yese wayekfo no adwuma no wo mo ye no wo mu nim ne wo mo eye
ya nyina yete yese Edu Watch omo launch report omo friend no Edu Watch 2021 was Ghana monitoring report omu kan about niema bia ekọ so during ye was na ye tro ye nansen ya na omu allege say ye tro exam no number of papers leaky almost 11 papers leaky and omu san kan say omu go around monitor 50 schools. First of all no ye ka say your list of schools now extra examination. Into school be a omo ne den is Insania Senior High School. This year no omo try and say they no longer exist. Omo can your schools no. Into Insania omo can list schools now omo try this year examination. Into say Edu Watch see or monitors our school now. One wakakra. Omo another school say Beposoman Muslim Senior High School, any Kikam Senior High School. Omo monitors our schools so. Sa two schools so omo kan your school list no for examination no nti ye pese on tray asi ye can be about WAEC not regulated and all that. And then WAEC we have a system in place. We do not take any action that call your board committees made up of people in the various public and private sectors. A call from national committee to international committee to council. Now are steps that are put in place. Into so council WAEC is unregulated. To say bia obi wo ho a ye nya ye pe na de no de. We have an issue with that. On the way forward no Edu Watch the report no or can be about delay in commencement of some papers now dear. Bibia we have noted. We also had that information, but we have noted and we are going to take steps. And I can say as an examining body no, we are committed to conducting credible examinations. We will continue to put in place the necessary measures about making sure say your papers no credible the certificates awarded will be recognized internationally.
Omensa na hinowura kenoforiata ade afutuo amagana for say de beboa Ghana ye daachi no eyensa no adwuma asema wokan ye nam so amotitinani de Ghana Revenue Authority Dr. Anthony Otsinjesi echem se ampa asem no kroye nto sabi se Ghana for fansa no adwuma asem hia ne ye ne a ebema oman no ayeye achense de bia no ye de ho beto aban no so Enche pi ena owura kenoforiata woye omanyi sana hene so kasa ewo University of Professional Studies wode etudwa ekiremu sesesei oman no mu no aban entimi emfa enipa ewo adwuma mu biem esanse aban payroll no ayemma enti esese wonma ewie suapon entrepreneurship a wosua no wode beye adwuma na wonma nkasa ahwe ebiebie nnwuma na afoforo nso anya biaye sa asemi ena Dr. Anthony Otinjesi ya woye board chairman Ghana Revenue Authority ono so de nanu atum se one owura kenoforiata eya adwene papa ene edin se wobenya aban adwuma aye na osusu se akwanya foforo ewo ho ya omanfo betumi ahwe eno nso na aboa ama wenye bia ye ma foforo nso so enye bi aye ensem we nyina wode tudwa ebra 4th presidential and 11th and 12th congregation na ekoso Ghana Baptist University College ewo Kumasi.
A few weeks ago our Minister of Finance at some occasion spoke about the fact that jobs are hard to come by. That is very, very true. But on the contrary, new jobs are being created every day by young people like yourself. When I tell you what young people today, fresh out of school like you, are doing for themselves, it is incredible. How do they manage to do it? The first quality of anybody seeking to be an entrepreneur is looking for opportunity. And how do you look for opportunity? Every challenge is an opportunity.
President of Ghana Baptist University College, ano Professor Joe Otin Ejay Ekasai.
The financial challenges of the university were compounded with the closure and restrictions on academic work for almost a year due to COVID-19. At certain times, we were 2 months, 3 months behind our payments. And the consequences for that was that some of our faculty people that we've trained with our own limited resources had to move on to the public universities. We have had to suspend our subscription to high-speed internet service because of the charges. Application for consideration of a stimulus package from government during the closure of the school yielded no result. Honorable Minister for Education, look inside for us and come to Macedonia. We would be grateful if the current government policy on free internet services to educational institutions would be extended to cover all private universities.
Observe for secretary ho agenkra to aba yeba ebeto ansem so. ya to akase bono so edi amamu ane yetan ye ni edi akọ Ganof municipality na ekra bi a ye frɛ teacher kope na nsuo bi dawa ye frɛ no nsake nsuo na empadinfo wo kire se bridge wo so no edua nye na ne ayosem a UTV yeti ya ye bopiri wo kire se abaya bi a wonya mfie enum sanse bridge ni nyene ntino abaya akokoto nsuo no a wahwe no enkwa
kope ya eye brono bi a wopokuase a ewo Ganof municipality ewo Greater Accra ha sei no wo mo ani abrepa se krodom fise enche ye kra na akwada bi a wonya emfie num eye Insaki River ewo teacher kope ho no okofa sansam so na ewo so sese ya tete apansam no ya ekoko wi ase no ntia nko yeyi a akwada no etonsum sese ba bia oda no enye kra na wotwe mu ani na saasemi esiye wo mo atoto asre aban ne aban panimfu a wo mpotem ho sensam so no enye enuntu wo mo srada ko mo mahwe ensiesie ema wo mo so maka enya de a aban no anase assembly no efi wo mo na mso amasisia no enkwada hodo ansuo yi omotimi atetomu no eyade a edoso pa yie enunti wo mo esre aban se wama mehwe amma wo mo a ebe ha adwempa fi se bridge ne kora no eye enua enunti no enche na sei aban emehwe nye ho bibi ema wo mo na akwada no ne maami ene UTV kasa sei
beba cho ene ne 1 week ana me ka kire me mane se mo nkonko dware me mo mu ko nsuo no ma ko nsuo me so mo nko dware ti bi me hyede ma me ro me ba keto ho akwa akodware no ti na menti me mane nka wa adwaye ene me pie eti me pie na me ba eni ma sei no na me tie mfa me ba panyi se fie no se ma ensuo ndie eko ono ka kire me se omo se nsuo no me kunu akiri ba me ensa ba edi speed be sum me ba be ma we ni abaya na ye nhunu no ba cho de pesi ehunu se esa akura na na etaje se ye pesi ehunu enti mpanyimfo mo aye
boy we ene sa girl no de autonsun omo de agula ni abaya no ba pe no be pion mo atunsuo no enu nsuo no de omo ko enu sumi hu om mi dwane te fa ase ene me ton me hotum ene me chiri sa boy we ene abaya no de choke se dua we eduan bi wa ene ekwocho ke hu honum ene eduan buye yasan so ofufro manu de mbu ene me ka transe on so matali makakra na osun ene odene sa ton mu yese
eno achi enatimamufu omso wompotem ho so ede adesrede ebe abipi so say
over 2000 school children ene yusu ya kanka empanimfo ya kwa empinu ankasa ho say Moses Anim nyo sika na de ode ne say ube lobby for us ya kan ya bre ya kan de hia ne so meye bridge no man afa kura de ne Anim Moses Anim no pese o chese the drawings bi kwa omo beye ama car be faso for the meantime no omunye maye ni faso car no doesn't need us because e kwan ba ko da ya
ne krakra no na UTV kasefo etripping deputy nadmo director Emma Ganof Gilbert ni amponsa dudu ene ne kasaye Emma ochire mu se
yenya information no pe ye bedu ground so na say any national any region e communicate enti ye frɛ won Emma omunso within 10-15 minutes no na omo ha with the rescue team no enti sai nyumre no na say ye konsuo no for 3 kilometers sa night no ye chinsuo no the banks no wherever I say ye fa bia no at that night no ye famu sa ye antumi ehun abofra no say ye nyina be hwa I think say the bridge no a problem ema community no na yeah follow up to the works department because now I say yeah report on it but yeah follow up to the works department no ye go hu say na omu drawings ni bibia ye ready a omu ba be ye bridge no
Obusafo ekwan wasen awie abobo ano kasebo edi bremu ne fiada nyime no aha ne edi ni nyina esi na matade hyemi eye Grocer Ventures ya seda emo opebi a koda kuman Bombay Junction musabe kan omo ompamma mema kwala nyina mopam ombepam etiama kama bibia akosuyi midin edi Anim Addo meniminu aba
Akua Agyeiwaa Kodie Justy Fashion e pam die mami omo ewo hachu Block Factory na afensu jowulu omo ni Fidelity Bank ne di enumhwe fra 0267968838 na yempembi na ho enyefe yadamu ase amamumo enehwa ade na